So the trading post has been updated and I want to check it out, so I figured I'd make a video on it. Let us begin. So with the trading post being updated, there's a couple of new different types of things. So let's run over towards this lovely little thing. We can see loads of people are coming over to grab their different types of bits and bobs for everything. The first things first, let's have a look at the first thing, which is the 𝐆𝐀𝐌𝐄 Lunar Festival attire. I'll be quite honest with you, I'm not really that keen on that aesthetic, mainly due in part that that's never really appealed to me, but I can understand what they're trying to get at here, especially with like all the little moon crest shaped things on it for the Lunar Festival, so totally understand that. However, there is a couple of other things, which is the new mount for this one, and that is the Silver Moon Sweeper. I'll be quite honest with you, we do not have that many broomstick mounts available to us, just in general, in the game, as we've got tons of dragon mounts, we've got tons of steed mounts and all that stuff, and generally speaking, you don't really see many broomstick mounts, and to be quite frank, it's like a fusion between like a broomstick and a motorcycle. And to be quite honest, it's pretty dang cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy this and we're going to check it out in a minute once it's updated, apparently. Next is the lovely pet collectors out there, and that is for this lovely little thing, which is called the Full Belly Rolling Paw. To be quite frank, it kind of reminds me of like one of those little mascots in Japan, if you guys know what I mean by that. It's kind of like one of those types of things, and to be quite frank, I'm not really too keen on this model, to be precise, as a little pet. But apparently there is another one called the T-Tuft Tamer, and this one's okay. That one's a bit of a better design. I'll be quite frank with you right there. Probably not going to get it because I'm not really much of a battle pet enthusiast, but there is two pets apparently. And I like this one the best because he's not so glowy and all that jazz. But if we jump over towards the other things, we can see that they've got some Lunar Festival like blades, firecrackers and all that stuff. To be quite frank, this just reminds me of like Mogu stuff, so yeah, I'm not really too keen on that. Got a nice little lantern, even though you can already get a lantern from the Lunar Festival person, so probably not going to do that, but you do have a nice little backpack to have of fireworks on there, so I guess that's okay. We've got some like nice little prowlers, pink headgear. I mean, I'll be honest with you, when it comes towards the trading post, there's only a few things that are like marginally better, so like the mount and everything, but as soon as you start getting down to this area, it's really just random stuff they've just swung and flung together, let's be honest. So yeah, I'll be honest with you, not really my keen of thing, just buying some random boots for 20 traders tender. So we'll jump over towards the returning items, and that is the Love Witch's attire. I didn't get this one last year, and to be quite frank, it just doesn't appeal to me, especially I like the more gritty stuff. But if anyone wants to look like a pinked up witch, then please feel free to go get that for 750 tokens. But at the end of the day, not my type of thing. Going in towards that, you do have the lovely little bow. It kind of resembles the legendary bow you get from Sunwell. However, this one's obviously love themed for lovers in the air event and all that jazz. And then we've got the lovely little backpack for heart-shaped stuff, lovely staff. We've got the Love Witch's Rosy wand, apparently, and then we've got the Rosary Corsage. I'll be quite honest with you, not a fan of corsages, so I'll probably skip over that right now. And then we have another returning mount, which is the one that I got last year, which is the Reigns of the Fur Endship Fox, so basically the friendship fox. And yeah, to be quite frank, I'll probably go with the Silver Moon Sweeper over this lovely one, but obviously I already have it. So that being said, let's just have a look at all of the other stuff we can get from the Trader's Tender. So if we go in towards our Adventures Guide, we can see that the thing to obtain is at about 1,000 points in. I've already got 200 because I've been picking up Lunar Festival stuff. And that is the ornate pink Lunar Festival attire, which is basically just a reskin of the one that's on the shop, and this is very, very, very pink, I'll be honest with you, and yeah, definitely not my shtick, if you want me to be honest. It kind of reminds me of what's that woman from BFA, Talanji. It kind of reminds me of her attire that she wears in BFA. Definitely not my thing, but if you want it, definitely go get it. It will take you not that much time at all, especially if you're picking up the Lunar Festival tokens, because if you watch the last video on the tokens for the Lunar Festival for the Ancestry coins, those things will get you a decent amount of gold. So while you're doing that, you might as well just pick up and complete a load of this stuff, and then just get this at the same time and get some tokens to get hold of the mounts. So it's kind of a win-win just for doing some gold making out in the open world and playing into the event as a side note. With that being said, let's check out the mount for a second, because we said we were going to check out that lovely little mount. So let's jump over towards here and go in towards our mounts. And we'll check out this lovely little mount right over here, Silver Moon Sweeper, and we can see how it actually rides on the actual game. So first impressions is it's actually pretty cool. Let's turn on Narcissist for a second, and we can have a nice little gander at all of this. So what we'll do is we will speed focus on this and just have a little fly around. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yep, alright. I'll be honest with you, it's pretty cool actually. I kind of like it. Not a bad one to have. Yeah, okay. So it's like an actual motorcycle, but it's just a broomstick at the same time. I kind of like it, to be quite frank. So I'll probably definitely might use that on some of my other characters. So let's just fly down here and jump ourselves over here. So that mount's pretty cool. I'll probably snag that up. You guys, if you want it, probably most likely snag it up, because it's actually a decent mount. It'd be quite cool if they did it in the future, where they actually did more different types of broomstick mounts. I can imagine more mounts for engineering with enchanted broomstick mounts. That would be quite cool for crafting, as it would give more viability into crafting mounts. And I'm always thinking about the gold making aspects of things. But let's be honest, let's jump over towards this. I'll swing into this once again. Guys, get yourself ready for the Dark Moon Fair. If you're going to do your quest turn-ins for your replica gear, I've already made a decent amount of gold already with the replica gear from last month. So we're going to be restocking and gaining more of those. The other thing of note is on the 3rd, which is Monday, and that is the Lovers in the Air event will be starting. So that means gold farming for those bracelets will start, and we'll be able to get a hold of those things as well as the mount. So be prepared, there will be a video out for the Lovers in the Air event. That being said, guys, I wanted to go over the trading post because I actually thought a couple of things were pretty dang cool, especially this mount. This actually is not bad, I'll be honest with you. I know I've been throwing shtick at Blizzard recently, but yeah, I kind of actually like this mount and reward. It would be cooler if I had to actually try to get a hold of this, because I'm just doing this passively. So maybe a nice little reskin or something even cooler with like some cooler aesthetics that is like harder to get a hold of would be pretty cool. But other than that, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.